Province managing to improve marginally on its overall matric pass rate. The Port Elizabeth district once again, took a tumbling, dropping more than 10 percentage points in just 2 years now. The Eastern Cape is faced with a number of challenges, things such as overcrowding, shortage of teachers in specialist positions, textbook delivery problems and an infrastructure backlog. Now, last year, parents took the struggle to the streets. In some areas, like the northern areas of the city, schooling was disrupted for up to 4 weeks. Now, our reporter Unathi Binqose is in King Williamstown to give us more on the readiness of schools on the first day. He's with the Premier of the Eastern Cape, Mr. Phumulo Masualle.
Yep, and a very good morning to you and a warm welcome to the Eastern Cape. Indeed, we are coming to you live from King Williamstown. We are at a village called Kwachachu, to be specific. It is just outside King Williamstown, some 7-10 kilometers away, and indeed it is a glorious day, a day of great significance, not just to the province, but to the country as we are kicking off the 2017 academic year. It is particularly significant to the province of the Eastern Cape as it is trying to rise from the ashes, climb up the national academic ladder, and of course reclaim its position as one of the leading provinces nationally in terms of academics. And indeed, we are at one school. I mean, a lot of focus, of course, has been on what has been happening at the top, particularly with the matrics, but the Premier has decided to give attention right down to the grassroots, and we are at a primary school here to welcome those who will be starting their grade 1, and of course, those who are still in the foundation phases of the education. These are our future matriculants, the future leaders, and of course, they need all the support they can get in order to ensure that by the time they reach matric, at least they do make us proud and we are able to reach the marks that we aspire to achieve. But to speak a bit more about what is happening here, the reasons for his visit here, we are now joined by the Premier of the Eastern Cape, Unathi Phumulo Masualle. Tell me, Ingaba, what is the main purpose of your visit here in this particular school?
Well, firstly, the reason we are here, it's part of the Back to School campaign, where we are mobilizing the communities, learners and educators to focus on the school calendar of 2017. I've come particularly to a primary school. The reason for that is unwittingly we tend to focus on the higher levels in education. We miss it at the foundation stages. I've come here particularly to have a sense of what the experience is at the foundation stages, what it is that we need to do here, because I believe the advent of progressed learners that we come across further upstream, if we cannot deal with the foundations firmly at the very early stages, the problem is left to really get into the system and address much later, yet we can address it much earlier. That's the reason I chose to come to this. Of course, there are infrastructure challenges here, which we've got to work with the Department of Education to solve. I've had with me partners that came to support the learners, the school uniforms. There are needs of the school we were able to identify, which we'll work on together with the SGB to attend.
I understand there's also a special reason why you are here. I mean, the rationalization of school is right in progress in these two schools. Maybe our viewers may not be able to see them, but we have two schools that are standing next to each other, primary school in particular. What will be happening to these two schools?
Well, these two schools are being merged as we speak. From being two separate schools with fewer learners, we've merged them into one school, and we are looking to ensuring that the supportive environment, the infrastructure speaks to that one school, not two schools. There's a need to do some augmentation in terms of infrastructure here, libraries, as well as other computer labs. It's something we will want to use this to create a model primary school here, and it's something that we want also to deal with those who are discouraged from merging schools to actually see the benefit in doing so.
Leslie, before I let you go, I understand the members of your executive are scattered all across the province doing similar work.
Absolutely. Members of the Executive Council are all over the province, members of the provincial legislature likewise, to ensure that, including those in education, to make sure that we make sure that the start is correct, we're starting on the right note, and that we can attend to whatever problems we would see in the system early on. And I'm looking really forward to better performance this coming year.
I know we've kept you waiting for a long time. Thank you very much for your time, though. Well, that was the Premier of the Eastern Cape, Unathi Phumulo Masualle, letting us in and on their plans for the academic year ahead. And I can tell you that the bell is rung for the start of the academic year in the Eastern Cape, and there is no turning back now. The province is in for what is going to be a grueling 12 months of pound-to-pound action in the classrooms, and we are hoping that that will be kept by positive results come end of the year. And of course, just before I let you back, guys, I understand that a lot of parents are out with their children, sending them to school for the first time. So there's no price in guessing what will be trending on social media today. And of course, it will be proud parents with the pictures of their children starting school for the very, very first time. With that, allow myself, Unathi Binqose, and cameraman Bulelani Scott to wrap and hand back to you guys in Johannesburg.